Hey everybody, Big Anklevich here, podcaster, author, and carnivore. It is Monday, October 16th, 2023, and this is my report for week 20 of my journey to Wonderland using alternate day fasting and beef, butter, bacon, and eggs carnivore. We're gonna head straight on into the daily videos here on Big Anklevich on health. Okay, it is Monday, and I don't have numbers again. Turns out I didn't just forget to bring extra strips on vacation. I brought all the strips that I had left. So I don't have any testing strips to be able to check my sugar with or my ketones. So I got to order some of those. They come real fast, so maybe I'll have them by tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see. But didn't have them for today. But yeah, today I planned to fast the whole day, and that didn't work out very well for me, which was pretty weird. I haven't had problems with that in the past, and then I go on a vacation for a week and I didn't do any fasting there, and I ate some crap that I probably shouldn't have, like cheese and pork rinds and stuff, and now all of a sudden I have little control over myself. So when I got home from work today, oh, by the way, I've also started a brand new schedule. I now work a day-side shift instead of a night-side shift, so I get home earlier in the day. So today I came home and I was hungry like crazy, and I just couldn't say no to bacon and eggs. So I put some bacon in, cooked them, put some eggs in, cooked them, and ate that. So yeah, about a pound of bacon and 6 eggs what I had. And on top of that, there was some salami and cheese in the fridge, and I ate that too. And shouldn't have, but there you go. I did. So what am I going to do? How am I going to get myself back under control? Well, I'm cooking as we speak. As I'm recording this video, I'm cooking some ground beef in there, and I'm going to eat that at lunchtime tomorrow. Then I'm going to have dinner of bacon and eggs tomorrow night, and then I am going to do my fast. My fast schedule is going to be different, but hopefully it won't be too weird. I have to get used to it, this new schedule. We'll see how it goes. But that is the deal so far. Hopefully I can get myself back on track, lose that weight that I gained last week. Anyways, I'll talk to you more tomorrow. Okay, it is Tuesday, and we're trying to right the ship today. Still don't have any testing strips. Looks like they probably won't even come until like Thursday or something, so I'm going to have very little in the way of numbers this week. But I'm getting back on track today. This morning I took a bunch of ground beef that I cooked up last night with me to work, and I ate it at lunchtime. It was 80-20 ground beef, which was kind of a bummer, but it was so much cheaper for some reason. It was on sale, whereas the 70-30 was not, so that's what I bought. I added butter to it. Not like I didn't melt it in there, but I would get a little slice of a pat of butter or something, and then I would put a bite of ground beef with it to make it a little more fatty. And I had that for lunch, and then right after I got home from work, because I got a new schedule and I get home and I'm home in the evening, I cooked bacon and eggs, and I had the bacon and eggs, and then we made spaghetti with meatballs for the kids. I still haven't convinced them to go carnivore yet, but I try and put in as much meat as I can to their food. Yeah, they had spaghetti and meatballs, and I stole 2 of their meatballs, and I ate 2 little meatballs. And that was it. I think that was about 7 o'clock, and I started my fast. And I'm going to fast for real this time. I'm not eating anything tomorrow, so my update tomorrow will be short. And I'll talk to you about it then. Okay, everybody, it is Wednesday, and it's been a little tough today, I have to admit, but I have not eaten anything. It is now official. I am back to fasting. I managed to do it this time instead of blowing it like I did on Monday. I think the main difficulty is that I work a day shift now, and so I get home at night and I'm home while everybody is eating, and I'm home with the fridge around at the time that I'm, I guess, most vulnerable to wanting to give in. So it was a little more of a struggle than usual. It's not so hard to get up in the morning and not eat breakfast, but it's much harder to be home and everybody's around and they're all eating and I'm not. So I guess that's just something I'll have to get used to. We'll see how that goes. But hey, the Astros won today, so we're back in the ALCS for the 7th time in a row, so that's cool. So Houston got something to smile about, and everybody else less so. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow. Okay, it is Thursday, and yeah, still getting back to it, getting back on track. I finished up my fast today, and I made it 40 hours. It was a little interesting doing a fast, but not ending it when I woke up. That's what I normally do. I get up, and as soon as I'm ready, I eat something. You know, I mean, you know, get dressed and stuff, but then I'll make some bacon and eggs. But this time around, I didn't do that. I got dressed, I went to work, I was there for like 4 hours, and then I finally ate. That was a little more difficult for some reason. I was thinking about it a lot more than I normally do. I'll have to get used to that. That style of fasting might be a little bit more troublesome. We'll have to see. But yeah, I made it. And when I was ready to finish, I warmed up a big thing of ground beef, the rest of what I had on Tuesday. And I ate that with the rest of the butter that I had on Tuesday, which was basically like a stick of butter. I would take a little pat and eat that with each bite. And then, after I got home from work, I finished up my eating window with a thing of bacon and eggs. A pound of bacon, 6 eggs. I ate that up and it was good. And that was my meals for the day. Then I started fasting again. I'll be fasting again till Saturday morning. So that's what I got for you. Oh, speaking of getting back on track, my testing strips came. So starting tomorrow morning, I'll be able to give you my ketones, blood sugar, and Dr. Boz ratio again. That'll be cool, right? Okay, it is Friday, and things were a little different today than I'd planned. My wife got me sick, and so today I wound up staying home from work. I did my numbers this morning for the first time in a long time, and my blood sugar was at 104, which is not too bad. My ketones, however, were still down at 0.4. So my fast hasn't changed that much of things for me. That means that my Dr. Boz ratio was 260. Still high, so I've got to do some things, and didn't go to work. And because I was sick, I thought, you know what? I probably shouldn't fast because I'm sick. And it helps you to get better if you eat because you have energy. And I don't know, maybe this was a bad idea. I know it was a bad idea, but it was a stupid thing. Sorry about that. Like I said, I'm sick. Anyways, so at about noon, I had myself sausage and eggs along with a piece of steak. It was a really small piece of steak, and that's why I had sausage. It was a whole pound of sausage, and I think I had 4 eggs. And that was my meal. I wasn't really hungry until much later. It was like 6 or so, but this is when the bad stuff happened, because we didn't have any more food in the house. My wife decided to get pizza for the family. I wound up stripping cheese and pepperoni off of, I think, 3 pieces of pizza and eating that. I think I'm gonna have to edit out the coughs. There'll be a strange cut right there. Geez, that one was a big one. Anyways, so I was looking at the fridge. There's gotta be something that I can eat. I wound up eating cheese a fair amount. I had some Parmesan cheese, a little tiny bit of cheddar, and Munster. I shouldn't have had any of that. I'm not supposed to eat cheese. Am I on a downfall? Am I spiraling? I hope not. I need to spiral back up. That can be a thing you can do, right? Instead of spiraling downward, instead of circling the drain. Anyways, I wound up just looking in the fridge and saying, oh, I got a bunch of eggs, so I'll just cook a bunch of eggs. And so I cooked the eggs and I ate the eggs. And that was what I ate for the day. It was a bunch of eggs, but I even put cheese on the eggs. So it's very bad. There will be no more cheese. I swear to you now, right here, that I will not have any more cheese. I gotta stick with my fasts too. I should have just stuck with it. It's twice this week that I meant to fast and didn't. Next week's gonna be better with the fasts. Maybe I'll fast tomorrow. I think that's what I'll do. I'll fast tomorrow since I blew my fast today. All right, we're gonna do this. Okay, it is Saturday, and I did my numbers for the second time today, and they went really poorly. Yeah, my blood sugar was at 116, and my ketones were at 0.1. It's as low as they ever got, which means that my Dr. Boz ratio is as high as it could ever be. I don't know. It's out of control. You know, it's 0.1, so you add a 0 to that blood sugar number. My Dr. Boz ratio was 1160, 1,160. I know that I promised I was going to fast today in yesterday's video, but when I saw these numbers, it made me change my mind. I decided that I needed a more intense intervention to begin with, so I decided that I would eat today and tomorrow, and then I would start an actual long fast. I would be doing a 72-hour fast next week. So I'm going to fast the entire day, Monday and Tuesday, and then I will also fast Friday next week. So I'll do a 72-hour plus a 40-hour fast. But I gotta get myself back in ketosis, man. I'm all the way completely out. I blew it. I mean, I wasn't very in ketosis. I was pretty much not in it anyways, but oh my gosh, yesterday, I guess the cheese, I don't know, I ate a lot of cheese yesterday, which I haven't done. And I guess it's good to have these numbers because it can tell me, hey, you are spiraling out of control. And I can nip it in the bud. But that's what I decided to do. Hopefully it's a good decision. Today, I just took a 3-pound chub of beef, ground beef that I had, and I cooked that up, and that's what I ate for the day. So I ate about half of it at breakfast/lunchtime, and then half of it at lunch/dinner time, and that was my food, and that's all I had was that. That's hopefully pretty good. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens with my numbers tomorrow. They shouldn't be great because I ate today as well, and that's a lot of protein. Maybe that causes me to make some, you know, gluconeogenesis, make some glucose in that blood. So we'll see what my blood sugar is like tomorrow. But we're gonna hit it hard next week, and we're gonna turn this crap around, get myself back going in the right direction. Okay, it is Sunday, and I did my numbers this morning. They are as bad as they have been, although slightly better. Um, my blood sugar was 111. My ketones were 0.2, and that made my Dr. Boz ratio a 555. That's pretty high up there. Not my worst, since that was yesterday, but pretty bad. So yeah, it is my last day before I embark on a big 72-hour fast. And I wanted to make sure that I'm fueled up plenty for that. So I got some food together. What was I going to do for food? Well, originally I was thinking about just eating more ground beef like I did yesterday. So I went out to the freezer and I grabbed a 5-pound chub that I had out there. But then I also saw that I still had a rack of ribs, pork ribs, that I had bought a while back because I went to the store and they were on sale. And I was like, holy crap, look at this. And I got this whole big rack of ribs for $10. And it was really big. Enough to feed the whole family, although I think the whole family won't be eating them. They're just going to leave them to me. So it's going to take me several meals to eat all these. And it was perfect to cook them on a Sunday because I don't got anywhere to go. I can put them in and let them cook for hours, which is what you have to do with ribs. And I didn't have to worry about, leaving for work and not being done. So we got those going, but I didn't have anything else ready per se. So I just grabbed out some bacon and some eggs, and I ate my usual bacon and eggs breakfast. So that's what I had for breakfast, although it was late by the time that I finally ate that. The ribs had been cooking for a little while. I probably should have eaten them much sooner, but I didn't get around to it. And so it was like 1 o'clock when I finally ate my lunch, my breakfast that I had at lunchtime. And then the ribs were done only like a couple hours later. And so I pulled those out, and you see, look at this giant amount. This is less than half of the ribs. And it totally filled my plate, and I wasn't quite able to eat all of it. I ate most of it, and then the rest saved for later. I'll have those after the fast, I guess. So yeah, I had ribs for my second meal, and then it was like, all right, let's do this. It's time for the fast. And so I started fasting, and I'm gonna fast all the way through Wednesday, and we'll see if I can get myself kind of back on track. I need to get back into ketosis for one, and we'll see what happens from there. All right, I guess that's it for this week then. I will send you back to Big Anklevich, and he'll tell you, he'll give you a kind of wrap up on how it went. Okay, so there you have it. It was not a great week, I have to admit. I should have done a lot better than I did. I could not get myself back on track on the first day of the week when I was supposed to be fasting. I just couldn't do it. I didn't prepare myself very well for it, so I kind of asked for it, but I couldn't do it. And it was a surprise for me because I have not had trouble like that up until now. 20 weeks, and this is the first time I've really had any issues. And then again, on the end of the week, I got sick. And I decided, well, I'll just forego the fasting. And what happened? Well, disaster happened. I should have done the fasting. I think I would have still gotten better at the same amount, the same speed as I did from my sickness. But now here I am with a Dr. Boz ratio of 1,160. Are you kidding me? The worst one I've ever had. I've fallen completely out of ketosis, and it's just, something's got to be done. And so that's what I am going to do. But with all of that said, you would think that this week was a total disaster or something. But it actually wasn't. I mean, let's go check out my weigh-in and see. Did I gain weight with a 1,160 Dr. Boz ratio? What does it say? Last week, I was all the way up at 251.8 pounds, which was a big gain from the week before. And now, yeah, came down 248.2. So that is a drop of 3.4 pounds for the week. That's actually a really good week if you compare it to all the other weeks and just take out last week. That means that my total for the whole thing is back up over 40. I'm at 41.6 pounds lost in this whole venture. But, that's because I gained almost 6 pounds on the week that I was on vacation. I'm sure most of that was water weight, and I was able to get rid of some of that this week. 2 weeks ago, I was at 245.8, which means that I still have 2.4 pounds to go just to get myself where I was on that Monday 2 weeks ago. So basically, this is going to be a lost month for me by the time it's done, because I will, or a non-lost month, I guess, because I won't have lost anything. The month will be over and it will be kind of wasted. I guess that's a lesson for me to stick with my routine even if I am on vacation. Be tough. Watch the people eating their pizza, but don't join in. Have your meals when you're supposed to have your meals. I don't know. I always feel bad about that kind of stuff. I don't want to inconvenience people. And if somebody's going to be like, hey, let me do this thing for you. Let me take you out to dinner. Let me make something special for you. I feel like, hey, I should eat it. But maybe I just need to be that jackass. And say, nah, I'm not eating today. Or whatever. I don't know. But I think that's a lesson learned. Now, there's another lesson here, is that you can lose weight even when you're not in ketosis, because I'm definitely not in ketosis, not at 0.1 on the ketones measurement. That's not enough to be in ketosis. From what I understand, you got to be at least 0.5 or above to be in ketosis. So I'm not in ketosis, but I was still able to lose 3.4 pounds on the week. So that's pretty good. But I got a ways to go still. So what am I going to do? Well, I've always heard that fasting is the fastest way to get into ketosis. Maybe that's why they call it fasting. You can, instead of taking a week or two to try and get there, you can drop right back into ketosis within a day or two. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do myself a 72-hour fast. And, I already started it on Sunday there at the end. So I've got that, plus I'm going to do another alternate day fast on Friday after that 72-hour fast, just to keep it going. And then from then on out, I will do my normal alternate day fasting routine. We'll see if I can get myself back into a good ketosis state. Because, before, back in September, I think I did really well with that. I had issues trying to get back onto it, and I got back onto it really well in September, and it really got me going, and I lost some good weight, and I felt really good. So I'm gonna keep with that. Dance with the one that brung me, as they like to say here in Houston. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And another thing that I haven't been doing that I was doing in September and before that was exercising. It's been a little while since I've done that. It's now going on 3 weeks, a full 3 weeks that I haven't run because my feet were just killing me. I think it's time to give it a shot, find out what my feet are feeling, and at the very least, maybe I can just walk if I have to just walk. I'm also thinking about maybe getting some weightlifting going on in there as well, because that's, I think, much better for me than the running is anyways. Weightlifting, walking, and maybe I can do some sprinting, which was what I was planning on doing once I finished the marathon. But if I can't do a marathon, maybe that's what I just need to move on to. We'll have to see, because I haven't written the marathon off yet. We'll see what happens if I start jogging again. Let's see where I'm at. See if my feet just immediately start killing me again, and if I need to give up. They're not, I don't think, even 100% good. I can still feel a little bit of numbness in the tips of my toes. And that's one of the symptoms of that metatarsalgia that I'm dealing with. So we'll have to see. We're going to take it slow and see, but I'm definitely not giving up just yet on a marathon. We'll have to see. But I'm definitely going back to get some exercise. I got to do that too, because I think that'll make a difference. I wish I had a good non-scale victory that I could share with you for this week, but it wasn't really a great week. I wasn't having a lot of non-scale victories. In fact, I had some backsliding, from eating cheese. My non-scale victory that I talked about before of not having problems with my dry skin that I've always had my whole life, well, those problems are returning because I've allowed myself to eat dairy again. So, all in all, I just got to get back in the swing of things so that I can enjoy those great benefits that I was having before. So that's what we're going to do this week. I'm going to really push for that. And I am expecting next week that I will have good news. I'll probably be back to where I was before as far as the weight goes, and maybe even pushing past that. We'll see. See how it goes. But it's going to be good. That much I know. And I will see you guys next week for that. Thanks for watching Big Anklovich on Health.